Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode, this Wednesday episode of Wip Wednesday. And I'm glad that you're here, and I hope that you had a great rest of the Monday and Tuesday. It is rainy here and a little foggy, but other than that, it's really a nice day. I mean, it's just rain. It's not storming, windy, all the things. It's just a little bit of rain here and there. So, how are you doing today? I am so excited to be here with you. And I'm just getting my my television set up. Here we go. Let's do this. There we go. All right. So, let's see if we can get some people in. I think that there are a couple people who are on their way, but they're driving right now. So they'll be in just a little bit. Happy Wip Wednesday. What is in your cup? My cup has hot coffee and a little bit of half and half, just like normal. Let me take a sip, take a deep breath, and let's get ready to have a really good day today. This coffee is good. It's something that I really need today. How about you? How are you doing today? I hope that you are having a great day. Good morning, Naomi. It's good to see you. I'm so glad to see you. And I hope that you're having a great day as well. Naomi, I checked your local Walmart, or at least the one that I found, by your Facebook page, and they do have what you were looking for. So hopefully you can get that today and have some fun. I didn't stalk you. We're friends. So. I'm like, I used to call myself the Google Queen, because I knew how to find any information anywhere, and I would gladly use that power for good. Yeah, I just looked it up on my app because, I use the Walmart app, so I order things online, then I go pick them up. I don't go in the store. I haven't gone in a Walmart in a very long time. I can't even remember the last time I actually went into Walmart. I can't actually remember the last time. That's how long ago it was. I'm trying to remember that experience, and I can't. I don't know. Good morning, Gloria. Good morning, Ms. Joe's Crochet Creation. That is awesome. Aw, Glow, it is so good to have you here this morning. I hope that you're having a great Wednesday, a great Wip Wednesday. And so what is on your hook? What is on your hook today? I have several whips that I could get into today. I do have to, today's tax day for Mom, so we are all good. Thank you, Naomi. Yes, she will be here very shortly. And, it's tax season here in the United States, so she gets to do her taxes today. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't know about you. I'm not a fan. Yeah, but we'll be doing ours in a week, I think. Got to make sure that we have all of our paperwork together, because we had a busy year, didn't we? We really did. We really did. So anyway, I'm taking a deep breath this morning, and I'm going to take another sip of my coffee. I thought that we could talk about crochet stitches today, if that's okay with you, while we maybe crochet our whips. I don't have my whip in front of me. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't have my whip in front of me. So I do have some granny squares that I had crocheted before. Here they are that I could put together, but yeah. Let's see. Oh, Naomi says, today when I get home, I'll have to inventory and tag for next week. That is an amazing thing that you do. Naomi sets a booth up, and and she'll be there all week selling her crochet creations, and that's amazing to me. I have never sold my makes at any kind of sale before, and honestly, I don't know how I would feel about, letting go of some things, right? Or having people criticize them or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't have enough of one thing to set up a table. But I guess when you're preparing, hey, Alice, good morning to you. I'm glad that you made it safe. And so I guess when you're preparing for one of those sales, you make sure that you have, so many of this, so many of that, so many of this. And you take the location and the time frame as far as the season into consideration as well for what you're offering. I mean, obviously in the spring, you're not going to be offering a lot of hats. You might offer one or two, beanies or something like that. If someone is a pre-Christmas planner, they may not balk at something like that. They may really like it, especially if it's a really cool beanie. But, you're going to offer things like things that they can use in the spring, So, anyway, let me pull this up real quick. And there we go. What I thought I would do is I'm getting to a list of, there we go. I'm getting to a list of crochet stitches. There we go. And I'm going to ask if you have ever made anything with that stitch, and we'll see how, how we stack up. Oh, cool. A to Z crochet stitches. Okay, so obviously, I'm not going to say, has anybody made the double or the treble crochet stitch? Yeah. Yes, we have. There are, wow, okay. Okay, here we go. It's A to Z. So, I mean, obviously A, there was no A's. However, there's B's, and it starts with, back loop, back post. And then it has a bullion stitch. Has anybody ever made anything with a bullion stitch? I have not. Oh, Naomi says, oh yes, Easter, St. Patrick's Day, spring items, and some hats and light scarves. Okay, yeah, some hats and light scarves. Oh, Alice says, my next show is Sunday, and I'm bringing some Easter stuff. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. I would love to do that. Let's see. Naomi says, as I make things, I fall in love all the time, but then as I keep making them, I have to continue to also tell myself I'm making this for sale. Oh, right? I know. I think I might get attached to my makes, right? Yeah. Okay, so the bullion stitch, that is interesting. And they have, this is really neat. It is ravenscrochet.com and then /stitch-library. And so that is where I'm looking at. And it actually has photos, and I think they have links. Yes, they do. Bullion stitch. So she has a link to how to do that stitch. So if you see something on this site that is interesting, or like you're like, I don't know if I could even make that, you can click on that, and then she gives detailed instructions on how to make that stitch. So there's a bullion stitch. I've never made that before. Have you made a crab stitch before? I have, and usually I use that for a border. Oh, Alice says, I tried bullion but didn't like what I was making, and you frogged it, but you liked the stitch though. It kind of looks like maybe a yarn eater. It kind of does, but it's very interesting looking. Very interesting looking. Now the crocodile scale stitch, I have seen that places. I have never made that stitch, and it looks interesting. It really does. Okay, 5 double crochet together or something. Yes, it is. The bullion. It is really weird. It almost looks like it's got like a, yeah. Okay, Alice says, crab I do to finish most of my work. I do too. Now, the one time that I did use a crab stitch that I wasn't happy with it was on a hat. And I had given that hat to my mom. It made the brim too tight. So that, note to myself, I never did that again on a hat. Obviously, you want to have a nice stretch to a hat. But at the top of a bag, at the top of, anything like that, excuse me, at the top of a bag, some blankets, I have used the crab stitch, especially if I was using a really thick yarn or a double yarn, then I did the crab stitch nice and gentle. Like I didn't make it really tight, right? Oh, crocodile stitch was hard for you to get to know. But once you get the hang of it, it's fun. Okay, Alice, that crocodile stitch, it looks like scales. So I would think that that would be really cute on something like, some kind of amigurumi. Yes, the crab stitch is also referred to as the reverse single crochet. So basically you do a single crochet, but you go backwards. Instead of going, to your left, if you're a right-handed person, you go to the right. Yes. So, great for leaves and mermaid tails, the crocodile stitch. That is fun. That is fun. Mermaid stitch. We could create a mermaid and make her tail out of the crocodile stitch. That sounds fun. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, this is one that I have never done before. Oh, Naomi, you love the crab stitch. Okay, this is one that I've never done before. It's called the herringbone. And apparently there's like a herringbone double crochet and a herringbone half double crochet. I've not done any of the herringbone. However, I've seen the herringbone used on like baskets and things like that. And it was really, really nice. Good morning, Wendy. Oh, you get the notices so late. You were haunting YouTube waiting for the live to start. Well, I'm glad that you're here. Welcome and good morning. Okay, Naomi also agrees that the crocodile stitch is also a fun one once you get started. Hey, Style and Leather. Good morning to you. It's good to see you. And let's see. I'm going to make a mermaid bag for your great niece using that stitch. That is awesome, Alice. You come up with such creative, wonderful ideas. Oh, you learned the herringbone last year? Yeah. Oh, you made the herringbone into a scarf. Yeah. And Wendy does like the crocodile too. She says it is fun. Well, that's good to know. I'll have to give that a try. I think that whatever you're making with the crocodile stitch is going to be so incredible and so fun. Bag a day, crocodile stitch, nice. That I think that would make it a lot of fun, because whatever you're making with that stitch is going to come out really just fun, and especially if you're using lots of creative colors. Oh yeah, I like that idea. I like it. Okay, this is one stitch that I have never done before, and this one intimidates me. And it's the Jasmine Star Stitch. It, just looking at it, it's like I've never even learned crochet. When I look at that stitch, when I look at that pattern right there, I go, how in the world did they make that? You know? And that's what most people who look at our makes say, right? And then that one does that to me every time. I go, oh, I don't know if I could do that. You know, I don't know why I let it intimidate me, but I do. So that one is one that I am going to try to tackle sometime this year, the Jasmine Star Stitch. Even if, I know it's like okay, Wendy says, go watch Mikey at the Crochet Crowd for the star. Okay, I will. He's so good at like calmly explaining what to do. I will. And then maybe I'll make something, something simple, right? Right, Leather, trust the process. Yes, I know. Why do I let that intimidate me? I don't know. And I'm not usually intimidated by anything, but when I look at that stitch, that's the one that I go, yeah, I am not. I don't know if I could do that. Oh, okay, let's see. Some of them I'm not saying, like the popcorn stitch. I bet we've all made the popcorn stitch before, right? I'm trying to find ones that I have not heard of before. Oh, well, that's it. She doesn't have a whole lot. Goodness. Well, okay, so she did have, I take that back. She did have quite a few. And the ones that she has obviously explanations for. So I'm going to go to another site and see if I can find some. I want to find some stitches that I've never heard before, right? That's what I'm looking for. Here we go. Let's try this again. All right. Okay. 100 different types of crochet stitches, patterns with pictures. Okay, that is good. With pictures too, that's good. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, well, a lot of them are double crochet, half, double, moss. The moss stitch is awesome, right? I think we can all agree. I think probably we've all done the moss stitch. Oh, okay, this one so I said the one that I was looking at before, and that one was ravenscrochet.com, and that was her stitch library. Now this one is amorcraftylife.com, AMORE craftylife.com, and that is her different crochet stitches with pictures. So let's see. I wish that I had gone on StreamYard, and then I could show you this, but I didn't log on to StreamYard this morning. Okay, so there's the herringbone, even berry crochet stitch, even berry, BERRY crochet stitch. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Oh, okay. Now this one I know we've heard of, the sedge stitch, SEDGE. And I think that is also, oh no, this stitch is an easy combination of single half double and double crochet stitches in an easy repeat. So, okay, and it says this stitch looks good in stripes with the colors interlocking. It does look good. Wow. It does look good. It almost looks like a puzzle is sitting on top of one another when you do like different colors. It looks like she's got two rows of each color. Good morning, Lydia. Good morning. It is good to see you. I hope you're having a great Wednesday so far. And okay, that is really, really interesting, the sedge stitch. Okay. Okay, so we know the back post double crochet. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, the box crochet stitch. That one does look like boxes. It's kind of a nice pattern. I wish that I could show it to you. So, box crochet stitch. Has anybody ever done that? I've never seen this one before. And it almost looks like you do one row where you like do chains and chains connect. It's like the Suzette stitch with half double crochet thrown in. Okay. That is the sedge stitch. Yes, the sedge stick. Really nice. I like that box stitch. I've never heard of the spider stitch. Now that one, uncomplicated repeat that gives the unique pattern of spider stitch in lines. That's interesting. I've never done that one. Okay, let's find some. Okay, this one is really interesting. It's called the spike crochet stitch. And that one actually looks like it has spikes. That's the thing, right? The names can change. You learned C to C, but it was called tumbling blocks. Well, the box stitch does not exactly look like, let me see. It doesn't exactly look like C to C because it's not a corner to corner, it's back and forth. But, it looks back in the 80s. Oh my goodness. Is that when you learned C to C, Wendy? Wow, girl. Oh, here's one, the primrose stitch. Did I give you a tutorial on the primrose stitch? I can't remember. But that one is pretty, primrose. That makes a really pretty pattern. Okay, now this one I know Alice likes. It's called the Trinity crochet stitch. Right, Alice? Didn't you try that once? Did you like it, or was that one that you didn't like? I don't remember. But I think that you had sent that to me and said, hey, look at this stitch. Trinity. Okay, Alice says she loves the primrose. Yeah, primrose is really pretty. Now, the Trinity stitch, to me, when I look at the stitch, it looks like everything's going every which way. It kind of looks wild and crazy. It looks wild and crazy to me. I don't know. That's a fun looking stitch to make. Has anybody ever made anything with the Trinity stitch before? Huh. Oh wow, they used it with using Trinity now. You love it, so easy, and it closes gaps. Wow. Oh, Naomi, that's okay. Catch the replay. You be safe going to your appointment, and I hope that you have a great day. Hope you have a great day. Okay, so Alice is using the Trinity stitch right now. Hey, Tori, good to see you. Good to see you. And let's see. Wendy says no, but now I need to look it up. The Trinity stitch. That is a crazy looking stitch. I think that would be a super fun stitch. Maybe I'll have to do a tutorial on that one. That one looks really good. But first I have to learn it, right? I can't do a tutorial if I don't know it. I'm going to put that on my list. Trinity. Yes. Oh, let me see. I have a pen right here. Let me write that down. Okay. Trinity. Oh, and sedge. And what was the other one that I said intimidated me? That was the jasmine stitch. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this next one is called star stitch or daisy stitch. I never heard it called daisy stitch. So, and it's not jasmine. It doesn't have jasmine in it. It just says star or daisy. Wow, that makes it look really pretty. Now the herringbone. Oh, wow. Herringbone would be really great for, hey, Patty, good morning to you. Good morning. I'm glad that you're here. And the herringbone stitch would also make a really good rug. I'm writing that down. All right. So I was talking to a good friend last night, chatting with her on, Messenger or whatever, and throwing around some ideas and everything. And as I was chatting with her, I just started coming up with, oh, this, what about this? What about that? What about this? That is the value of a good friend. And so that's why we're talking about different stitches today, because she got me going on thinking about stitches and thinking about, oh, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that. What about this? What about that? And that is what we want. That is the kind of friend that we want when we are needing some creative inspiration, when we are needing that little boost just to say, you got this, right? So that's why I thought I would share some of this with you. So I'm thinking that herringbone would be a really good rug, a really good rug. Yeah. And I just made one rug. Okay, so Alice says you start a single crochet, then do a partial single crochet in the next 2 stitches, yarn over and pull through all loops. Chain 1 to finish. Start the next Trinity in the stitch you finished. Oh, that's interesting. It sounds really complicated, but the way you describe it, Alice, it makes it sound really easy. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, and then, oh, yeah. Okay. Bump. Okay, now this is one that I've done. It's the crossed double crochet stitch. Has anybody ever done that before? I have a baby blanket tutorial where one of the rows is crosses. It's so pretty. It gives the blanket such appeal. It's like a relief in the middle of all of this, crochet, and then there's that. It just gives something for your eye to look at and just really enjoy. Wendy says, I love the cross double crochet. Yes. And let's see. Wendy says, I've done something similar not that long ago for a scarf. And I think you're talking about the Trinity stitch. Yeah. No, the cross is not difficult, but if you haven't done it before and you're reading the directions, you're going to go, how do I do that again? But as soon as you start doing it, and then you're like, oh, that's it. And it just, poof, it just becomes so easy to do. I really like that stitch. I like incorporating it into projects like blankets, like maybe every, 7th row or whatever. And just to give a little bit of visual relief on that row. That's right. Once again, trust the process. True. True, true, true. Okay, now this is one that I've never heard before. Okay. The, this is an easy combination of the half double and the slip stitch. And it's called the crunch stitch. This easy crochet stitch has no holes. Wow. And it doesn't. It's nice and thick. Wow, that would make a really good dishcloth. It's called a crunch stitch. Has anybody done anything with a crunch stitch before? It's kind of nice. So it's a combination of, what did she say? Half double and slip stitch. Wow. So I'm wondering if it's like half double and then slip, half double slip, and then when you go back, you're going back into the same, you're doing like the opposite of it. It's giving a really nice vertical stripe. Let's see. Okay, Alice has used the crunch stitch. It's like the Suzette, that's what I was thinking. Yes, only it uses half and slip instead of double and single, right? Am I right? I think so. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning. Thank you. Yes, you came in while I was talking about dishcloths. Now, Nikki, we've been here for 30 minutes already, and I haven't talked about dishcloths yet. I haven't talked about dishcloths, but of course you come in right as I'm talking about dishcloths. I know you understand. I know you do. Let's see. Oh, it would also make a good baby blanket. Yes. No holes for little fingers and little toes. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Tori. And half double crochet and a slip stitch. Yes. Opposite. You know you're not going to get away without talking about dishcloths. I really like making dishcloths. Oh my gosh. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, let me do that. There we go. Okay, so, oh, the feather stitch. I know you know the feather stitch because I did a tutorial on it. And remember, I walked you through how to make the fingerless gloves. And I think there was a scarf. And I started doing a hat. And then moving started, remember? And I couldn't finish that. Let's see what else oh, this one's different. Okay, so this next one, she's saying that this stitch is a more advanced stitch and it takes lots of yarn. It's called the lotus stitch. The lotus stitch. And have you ever made anything with it? It does look like it takes a lot of yarn. Oh, you have a love-hate relationship with blankets, kind of like my dishcloths. Oh, yeah. Wendy, you make lots of blankets. Yeah, you really do. The lotus stitch is different, and I don't know if I like it. It kind of looks like tangled yarn to me, right? Oh, you have too many blankets? Yeah. Do you have them all, do you have like 10 blankets all started? Oh, you've done a lotus blanket? Alice, it kind of looks messy. I mean, it reminds me of, like when I'm looking at the stitch, the first thought is, oh, Mom can untangle that for me. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, yeah, I'm not so sure. Oh, you make dishcloth to try new stitches. Alice, you make dishcloths. I know you do. You actually love making dishcloths. I know you do. Yeah, that lotus stitch, I don't think I've ever seen it. Alice says she made a blanket out of it once. Huh, that is interesting. Okay. Oh, wow. And of course, we've all seen or made the waffle stitch. And I do love the waffle stitch. I think that it's so neat. Okay. Tori says, I do the Trinity stitch, but I use double crochet. Okay. You call it the crossroads stitch. Oh, okay. You call it the crossroads stitch. Nice. Wendy says, lost most of the blankets in the fire, and now I have made each of the kids a new blanket, making a birthday present one now. Oh, I know. I'm so sorry you did that. Hey, Nifty. Okay, so right now I'm looking at a website, and I did not go to my StreamYard this morning, or I would share it with you. But right now I'm looking at a website, and I had given it before, but it's Amore, Amore, crafty, craftylife.com. Craftylife.com, and it is different stitches, and it said 100 stitches. So I'm just going down the list and just picking out some stitches that maybe we have made things with, or maybe we haven't. I know this one we have. This one, next one is the Suzette stitch, and I do like a good Suzette stitch. That's an easy combination of the single and double crochet stitch. I do like that stitch a lot. I like the way it looks. I especially like the way it looks in a dishcloth. I really like dishcloths. Okay, here's the Alpine stitch. Oh, I was doing something with the Alpine stitch once. I can't remember what it was, but wow, that was a good stitch. Has anybody made anything with the Alpine stitch? That looks like it. I think it makes a really thick, soft, squishy blanket, or whatever it is that you're making, especially if you're using a 4-weight, maybe acrylic yarn. So that sounds good. Let's see. Ah, Tori says she has a tutorial for that. The lotus stitch. Ah, nice. Oh, okay. You think your lotus blanket is different from the stitch? Okay. All right. Cool, Tori. We'll have to go over and check your website or your YouTube channel out and see. Yes, a more crafty life. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not looking at anything that I'm crocheting, and I'm just coming up with. See, I was talking to a friend last night. Wink, wink. And actually, I was chatting on Messenger, and she got me going. Like, she just started throwing out ideas, and then I started thinking about things, and it just, like, all night long, I'm just, like, thinking about, oh, I could do this. Oh, I could do that with this stitch, with that stitch. Oh, what about that stitch? What about this? And so I love that, right? Because as makers, as creators, sometimes we just get into a little lull, right? I'm not going to call it, anything else. I'm just going to call it a lull where we just get complacent and we're just like, okay, let's do the same old thing, But we need somebody to come in and say, hey, have you ever tried this stitch? Have you ever tried that stitch? And so that's what I thought we would do today, is just kind of like get the creative juices flowing, start thinking about new things. Spring is coming, new growth. Let's start thinking about what we can make here this coming spring. So Alpine stitch, that looks really, really good. I'm pretty sure that I have made something with the Alpine stitch today. And okay, Alice says she likes the Alpine stitch. Yes, love crafty life. That's right. I don't have, okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Alice. Thank you for doing that. I don't have it automated so that, it can drop. That's a little beyond my technical ability at this moment. I just never have set that up, but I do have, we call her, she's like Wikipedia, and then her nickname is Slice, so we call her Wiki Slice. And that's our Alice. And she is one of the admins here. And so she can drop things for us, which is really nice. Thank you, Alice. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. This one I have heard of before. I have never made anything with this one. It looks really sturdy, and there's no comment on it. Okay. It looks really sturdy, and it's called the waistcoat stitch. Waistcoat stitch. It looks nice and thick. It looks tight. It almost looks like, to me, as I'm looking at the stitch, it reminds me of basket weaving. Not the basket weave stitch, but real basket weaving, how it, goes, like the top goes up and down, and then you have the, the little strands of whatever it is going that way. It looks like a real basket weaving. I like it. I like it a lot. Which then makes me want to make a basket with the waistcoat stitch. It does look really thick and sturdy. So I think if we made it with something that was at least, it does sound vintage, doesn't it? Now I have seen this before. Waistcoat stitch. Of course, look at me. Choking on my own spit. Yeah, that's me. I'm special that way. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Okay. That one I have heard before. Sorry about the coughing. I do like it. I do like it a lot. I'm going to put that one on my list too. I have a little list. Waistcoat. Okay, let's see what else we have. Excuse me. Okay, and after that, of course, there's the basket weave stitch. Oh, wow. Okay, we like this one. It's the lemon peel or brittle stitch. I love this stitch. This one is very similar to the sedge. It's an easy stitch, great for beginners. Lemon peel. I like that one, and I use that one a lot when I make dishcloths because I feel like it helps keep the gaps down, And so and then plus it just has just a natural, I don't know what to say, just a natural pattern on the top of the cloth itself. So I really like that one. Do you make anything with the lemon peel? I think that would make a really pretty blanket too, because as you're making it, it's going to have just some visual, fun in the blanket. I think if you did that with, and I'm looking at this and it has a variegated and it has a plain, a solid, and the solid has more visual appeal to me than the variegated, because the variegated kind of hides all of those little bumps and the little details. Okay, have a good appointment, Alice. Have a great appointment. And so I really like that one. Oh, this is one that I have never done, but I've seen it. It's called the houndstooth stitch. And it looks like every other stitch. Try this easy stitch and make a dishcloth or a baby blanket. That's what it's telling me to do. So it looks like this houndstooth. Huh. Let's see. Let me click on that one real quick. Okay. Okay, the hardest part of the stitch is carrying the second color neatly on top of the current row. Okay, so you carry your color with you because it looks like it looks like it's like every other row is a different color on this one. And that's what gives you the, oh wow. Yeah, that's what gives you that pattern. Nice. Oh, she has free printable pattern PDFs too. That's nice. That's really nice. I like this website. Oh wow. Okay. So then there's the checkerboard stitch. That one looks good. That one has 3 different colors in it. And well, you know, a checkerboard only has 2 colors, right? Am I right? Yeah, checkerboard only has 2 colors, but it does look nice. And it does look like it has squares in it. Okay, now this is one that Alice really likes. I know she does. Okay, Leather, I am at amorecraftylife.com, AMORE, craftylife.com, and I am in her section where it says different crochet stitches and patterns with pictures. And oh wow, so then more different types of crochet stitches with pictures to try. And so then she has a whole list. Oh wow, a wattle stitch. Okay, some of these I've heard of. The grit stitch, Catherine's wheel. Have you ever tried the Catherine's wheel? Oh my goodness. Oh wow, Wendy says over 4,000 yards into this blanket. And the last part of this ball has had so many breaks. Oh, I hate when that happens. I hate when that happens. Yeah. You're welcome, Leather. You're welcome. I know, I know. For your patterns and stitches that you design. Yeah, Tori. So I create PDFs by clicking print. And then when I get into the print section, I click the printers. And usually it comes up with the option to click on PDF. And it will save it as a PDF. So try that. Try that. Catherine's wheel does look intimidating. It really, really does. Now, I think that it's probably not as intimidating as we think, but yes, it has a lot of, I looked at the pattern, the written pattern for it, and it did have, oh, you're welcome, Tori. I hope that works. I hope that works for you. So I did look at that pattern at one time, and it had a lot of directions, right? And anytime there's a lot of directions, oh, that's Crystal's favorite stitch. Oh, wow. The Catherine's wheel. I think once you get it, right? I think that's what it is. Now, what about the Bavarian stitch? Have you ever done that? I love that stitch. I had never done it. I haven't finished anything with the Bavarian stitch before, but I started it, and I started, and like you start with the square in the middle and then you work your way out. And I love patterns like that because you just keep doing the same thing. And okay, Tori, you're a visual learner. Yeah, I am too at sometimes. And then other times I can read the pattern and get it. You know, especially if I'm really trying really, really hard to get something. Let's see. Some of these, like this one, ridged string network stitch, I have never heard of that. I don't know if somebody made that up. Well, obviously somebody did, but that's crazy. Okay, here's the Bavarian stitch, the crocodile stitch, the seed stitch. Ooh, what? Flying bird stitch? I've never heard of that one. Lark's foot stitch. I've heard of that one. I've heard of that one. Okay. That's awesome, because this one, if you are in the mood, oh, graphs, I just got into graphs, would be a lifesaver for you. So what I would do, this one book that I have, it's a pattern book, and it has the written instructions, and then it has a graph. And so I would read the instructions, and I would look at the graph, see what I could see. It has helped me learn how to read the graphs. And really just teaching myself how to do it, just kind of like getting familiar with it. And it does help, especially if I'm in the middle of the written instructions and it's getting a little hard for me to understand, then I'll go over to the graph and I'll go, okay, here, right here is the double, here is a single crochet. Okay, I see 2 chains, and then go back into that stitch. Oh, okay, right? Okay, the flying stitch is flying bird stitch. I have never heard of that. I'm going to click on it. And another new stitch for you to try out, flying bird stitch. Oh, she made up that name. Okay, I call it that because if executed correctly, it forms upside down V's that look like flying birds. Okay. All right. Rows 2 and 3, chain 2, half double crochet in next stitch, chain 1, half double crochet decrease. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so this is a stitch that someone created. So that's what that is. But obviously, a more crafty life liked it because she shared it. So, yeah, some of these, I don't know. Now, blueberry stitch. Has anybody heard of a blueberry stitch? Let's see. Free crochet pattern. Puff stitches and double crochet to get a super cute effect. Use this stitch for scarves, blankets, and more. Oh, it's cute. It's cute. So it looks like, it almost looks like, well, I don't know how to describe it, but anyway, then it has like, I don't know if those are puffs or baubles or popcorn, but anyway, it has a visual effect to make it look like blueberries. So that's interesting. So many stitches out there. So many stitches. So yeah, I am on a quest for making new stitches this year. And I made a list, a short list, not a big list, not an intimidating list, but a short list of stitches that I would like to try. And so as I go along, I will share them with you, and I'll share the finished makes with you. Probably what I'll do is make maybe a dishcloth or something like that, and that will be my test pattern, right, for that particular stitch. So anyway, I just want to encourage you, go out there, look for new stitches, see what kind of excites you. Let it just kind of lead you down a little bunny trail of, oh, I could use this stitch for this kind of project. See what you can come up with. We don't always have to follow someone else's patterns. Sometimes we can just follow our heart and just do something ourselves, whatever it is that you want to do. And a lot of times, most of the time, a good pattern, a good stitch instruction pattern will give you the multiples. So like multiples of 3 plus 5, so just make sure that you have whatever you do, make sure that you can divide it by 3. And then at the end, when you have it the right length or whatever you want, add 5 and you're good, or whatever the multiple is, right? And I'm not that good about giving multiples for a lot of patterns, but I need to do that. So when I do the stitches, I do need to give the multiples. Note to self, right? So yeah, I'm gearing up for doing more tutorials. I've got the craft room going, And so that's my goal. And so maybe in March I can start doing that. Hey, did you know that March is National Crochet Month? Who knew? The whole month of March is National Crochet Month. And so we get a whole month. I say let's take it, right? And let's make this month the month to learn a new stitch, to think about a new project, to, just let our creative juices flow and get something going that you've never done before. So I hope that you have a great Wednesday. I hope that you have a great Wip Wednesday, and I will see you on Friday. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking, and much love to everybody. And get out there and look for some of these stitches. Let's do it.